And welcome to the NBA Conference Finals on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Game 1 is upon us, and this looks like it will be a fantastic series. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Boston Celtics as they go up against the Pistons in Detroit. Looking at the Pistons, they managed to close out the second round in 6 games and now are bracing themselves for another tough battle here in the Conference Finals. Game 1 of this series coming up. A lot of playoff experience here at this table. Shaq, what do you think is the most important thing to establish in the first game of a series?
Well, not literally, because I don't want anybody to get suspended, but you got to come out swinging, Ernie. You got to capture the momentum right now, and you got to come out the gate strong, feisty as always. But again, you got to come out swinging.
Ernie, it is
That's the sound I want to hear.
Yeah, but if you, that means you're not holding back. Because this is not the time to hold back, Ernie. If you put a team on their heels early, you can really shape the series. I'm telling you, that is big. So you want to just impose your style and your will right away.
Nice sound effects.
Yeah.
The sold-out and noisy Palace of Auburn Hills. For these two teams, 2 rounds down, 2 to go. The battle for the Eastern Conference continues. Game 1 of the conference finals. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. To take a look at the Pistons, in a 7-game series, they have the home crowd advantage. You can feel it in the air, guys. But will they be able to start this series with the win?
And, well, other than Game 7, I think Game 1 is the most important game of the series. For them as a home team, especially, lose this game, and then there goes home court advantage.
I don't see that happening, though. I mean, I just can't see it. Listen to this crowd. I mean, they don't want to let them down, so I can't see them losing this game. The atmosphere is electric, and that's going to play to their advantage here.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. First free throw is good. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. And the shot is good. Terry's got his first bucket of the night.
A little breakdown there, letting them get that rebound. You can't allow that to happen.
Puts it up. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Got a hand on it. And here we go. Fast break. Henry's got it. Banked in off the glass.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Hutchinson passes it to Coleman. And we're about 1.5 minutes into the first quarter. There's the pick. To the middle. Here's Moreland. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Moreland's got his first 2 points.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today. Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Rebound by the Pistons. Hines, the pass to Henry. Now the pass to Hines. This one for 3, and that one's good. He has 7.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. that's the way you like to start.
Off the mark from 16 feet out.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
The shot by Carter, nobody around. And the three off target. Boston trailing. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, thank you. I spoke with the Pistons head coach for just a bit. He said that the team is in a good place mentally and should come out of the gate strong. Coach said, we know that this is the moment when heroes are made and all eyes are going to be on us. I told our guys that this is our time to shine. We'll see if they can do that, guys.
Thanks again, Doris. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Carter on the wing. Lots of room. And there's another one for the Pistons.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Here's Coleman. Rebound by the Pistons.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense. Active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
Henry misses.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's the dish to Moreland. Edwards with the screen. Coleman, the pass to Edwards. And the shot is good.
And he'll take it right into the teeth of the D without thinking twice about it.
Here's Hines. The second chance effort. That's tipped. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Terry's got the ball.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
To the paint. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Celtics passing it around. Here's Coleman. No good from 18.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
They grabbed their own miss. That's tipped. On the wing, Terry. He has 5. Tries it from the top of the key, and it comes off the front of the rim.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
There's a good screen. Carter, the pass to Andrew. Again, the miss by the Pistons. For Boston, they've gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Five on the clock. Edwards with the screen. No luck.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park.
Here's Hines. The shot no good. Now the Celtics take it the other way.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The Pistons shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. The first one falls, and a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. That one misses.
Yeah, look, you'd like to take the lead on that possession, but at least he was able to tie the game up.
Robinson for 3. Rebound, Detroit. Here's White. Douglas for 3, and that one's good.
The lead changes hands once more. There has been no separation between these two teams.
You know, it's made for one heck of an entertaining game. Even when it hasn't been the best basketball being played, it sure has been fun to watch.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and it's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
So it's Boston now. It's a 3-point game. Here's Kane, and stolen by White. Burke, the pass to Andrew. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. He has 5.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Hasselhoff. Burke covering. It's Robinson high post. Steps back and fires. Detroit with the rebound. Douglas kicks to Burke. Here's Taft. Off target from outside.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Clock at 4. Here's Kane. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Detroit leading by 3. Now here's Burke. Looking for his first basket still in this one.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Outside, White takes a 3. It's blocked, and he gets it back. 6 on the shot clock. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Douglas with the steal. There's a minute 40 left to play in the first quarter.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Cook, good. A minute 20 left in the first quarter of the game. White the pass to Andrew. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Robinson kicks to Cook. Nice ball movement by Boston. And the first shot of the night for him missing. Pistons leading by 5. Outside, White. Down low, Taft. And that one's good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And Boston has possession. Here's Kane, but they get it back. 19 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Burke dishes to Douglas. Unloads from 13. Some solid defense from Robinson. Cook from deep 3-point range. And that does it for the first quarter. The Pistons on top, up by 7. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back to our coverage of the NBA Eastern Conference Final as we get things started once again. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Pistons.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, another thing they've done well, guys, this first half is challenge shooters and change shots. A bunch of block shots early.
And Detroit has possession. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Boston. Now here's Terry. Edwards with the screen. Coleman, the pass to Edwards. It's deflected. Stolen by Carter. Fast break, here they come. Douglas can't hit.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
On the wing, Terry. Stolen by Carter. Fast break, Detroit. Here's Philemon. Collects the two-pointer near the hoop.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Edwards with the screen. Here's Hutchinson. That one wide left. Pistons leading by 9. Takes it from 10. Good. He hits the jump shot. He's got 9.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Edwards with the screen. Fires for 3. Good.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge, Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And Detroit has possession. They've led by as many as 11 points. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
The Pistons have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
That's good from Carter. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Celtics trail by 9. It's up a 3. Good. 8 points for him.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. High post shot. They get it again. Philemon. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Here's Henry. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And that one's good.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Detroit Pistons dancers.
The Pistons making a change here. On defense, Detroit, they lead by 11. The shot by Moreland, no good.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall. It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
They need this. Cannot hit. And Detroit the other way now. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. They set the pick. Henry. Off target with his three.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Shot by Terry, no good.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Here's Henry. Terry covering. Simpson, the pass to Carter. Out left to the wing. Pass to Simpson. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Simpson.
Shooting two. Shooting two.
And he knocks down the first one. Both shots good from the stripe.
Another trip to the stripe for him, and I tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
Man, and it's really served them well. Seeking out the contact you mentioned and putting pressure on the defense.
And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. The Celtics shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
2 shots.
That one is off. And he's good on the second. And here are the Pistons now. They're on a 9-1 run right now. Passes to Hines. The three. It's hauled in by Edwards. Celtics trail by 14. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Boston's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Here's Hines. Offensive rebound to Lima. It's tipped and out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. And the Celtics making a change here. The Celtics on offense. Down by 12. Here's Hasselhoff. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Boston shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. The Pistons making a change here. White's checked in.
He hits both from the stripe.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Celtics foul. First personal foul, team's third.
For Detroit, they have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2. And the free throw, no good. Celtics trail by 12. Hasselhoff, Burke covering. Pass to Kane. Nice ball movement by Boston. And count it, 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Pistons leading by 9. Outside, White. And the pass to Simpson. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Yeah, can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up there in the paint.
No, I'm sure he's not, Greg. I mean, their defense is showing a lot of holes, especially down low. That's unacceptable.
There's the pick. Hasselhoff, Burke covering. Here's Hasselhoff, and the shot is long.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
Step back and squared up. Kane's got 7.
Kevin, gorgeous fadeaway there. I mean, that's one way to beat some tight defense.
Now Burke, he hasn't yet put up any points in this one, and he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Celtics trail by 9. Pass to Kane. They set the screen. 5 on the clock. And White with the block. He feeds it to Burke. Back to White. Dishes to Burke. With his first shot attempt, Robinson with the block. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. Detroit making a switch. Douglas is checked in. Boston also with the sub. Terry's checked in. Celtics trail by 9. Hasselhoff, Burke covering. Here's Kane. He's got 7. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
And Detroit has possession. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Burke kicks to White, to the inside, puts up the baby hook, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. 13 points in the game.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Oh, that's right on the money. They've generated a lot of easy opportunities on the inside.
It's deflected. They get it back. 6 on the shot clock, and he gets the bucket. Kane's got 7 points for the quarter.
You know, a good job by the defender of not getting fooled by the step back, but he still got the shot to fall.
And Boston with the rebound.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Out to the right wing. Good on the triple. Kane's got 12 in the game.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
The Lima, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot, he'll go to the free throw line.
And that's what you want to see, good fundamental sound basketball with the bounce pass.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Celtics trail by 9. 43 seconds left to play in the first half. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. Burke, the pass to Andrew. Now here's White. Tight defense on him. Robinson with the block. And it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession. We've got 22 seconds left now here in the second. Clock at 4. Douglas for 3.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
To the middle. It's tipped. And so that brings the first half to a close. Pistons lead by 9. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everybody. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith, and we're excited to be here for the Eastern Conference Finals. Looking at the Pistons, they've put themselves in decent shape to grab that all-important Game 1 victory. So far, they've clearly been the better team controlling the flow. By no means is it a runaway, but they've put themselves in a great position. Taking a look at the Pistons, Shaq, what did you think?
Well, it was an unselfish, team-oriented half of basketball. The ball never stopped moving. Their offense had a great flow to it. It prevented anyone from getting lazy out there. They're always moving, cutting, knowing where they need to pass the ball, Ernie.
Kenny, how'd you think the Celtics were playing?
Well, they shot under 40% in the first half. There's your deficit. They missed some open looks, wide open. But overall, I thought the offense was stagnant. Look for their coach to draw up some specific plays to try to jumpstart them in the second half.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is just about to get started. Now back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We will see you later.
And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1. Pistons leading by 9. And it's Andrew in at the 4 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
So it's Detroit now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they had.
Here's Edwards. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The Celtics have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game.
2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And the second free throw, good. Pistons leading by 12. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Here's Hutchinson. It's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Boston. Coming onto the floor for your Pistons, Brady.
Here's Coleman. So the 2 free throws for the contact right there. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
The first free throw is good. And the Pistons making a change here. And so he hits both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Passes it to Andrew. Shoots from 14. Looks a big high bounce and goes in. He's got 15.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Terry outside. Edwards a screen on Carter. Here's Terry. It's deflected, but they recover it. The shot by Moreland, no good. Pistons leading by 12. Here's Taft. That 3 off the mark.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Feeds to Moreland. Pass to Edwards. And he makes the 8-footer.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
For Detroit, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Here's Hines. The offensive rebound.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Fader on the way. Can't get it to go. Now the Pistons take it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. He kicks to Henry. Carter for 3. That's good. Carter's got 10 points.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them. You know what? They just are in a funk right now offensively. A good time to maybe come up with a play to get them a good look.
Well, most coaches, usually have a go-to speech or tactic that they can use when they need it most. So we'll see if that's the case here.
Celtics trail by 13. Terry outside. To the paint. Stolen. Here's Simpson. Terry grabs the board. Terry's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Clock at 6. Here's Coleman. That's tipped. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. It's hauled in by Edwards. Boston's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. It's picked off. Now Detroit moving it up. Finished off the break. 14 points for him.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
No good with the layup.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Kicks it to Carter. Shoots. It's hauled in by Edwards.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Coleman. And the shot no good, a bit short.
He's given them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Baseline jumper. And Boston with the rebound. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
Pistons leading by 15. Hines the pass to Carter. And he uses the glass on the layup. Carter's got 7 now in this quarter.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
Here's Coleman. It's deflected, and there's going to be a foul. He definitely made contact with the ball, and in doing so also got the body, so we'll see free throws here. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pistons.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
You know, one other area they're doing well in is steals. I mean, they've knocked the ball loose a number of times and been able to track it down after the fact.
And the first one drops. And the Pistons making a change here. Douglas is checked in. Robinson's checked in for Boston. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Pistons leading by 15. Here's Hines. Here's Andrew. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Clark grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
And Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch.
Here is Douglas after the basket by Boston. And the basket good.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
It's tipped. And they're running. Pushing it up. Right wing. Here's Hines. And he drops it in from the low post. He's got 16.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
Edwards with the screen. There's the pick. Now the feed to Moreland. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. The three-pointer no good. Detroit leading by 19. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Pistons have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight.
One shot. Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Guys, untidy. You've got to value the possession of the basketball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Pistons on defense. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. Here's Hasselhoff. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. 18 points for him.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight. You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And, Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. A clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first three of the half, there might be more in store.
To the paint, deflects the pass. Outside, White. To the left wing, 5 on the clock. The shot's good from Douglas. Douglas has got 7 now in this quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Gary. Rebound by the Pistons. White's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Burke, he's checked in for Detroit. Boston also with the sub. Cook's checked in. And the Celtics with possession here. To the left side wing. Robinson a screen on Douglas. Here's Kane. Detroit with the rebound.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
White drives in, and it's blocked. But they'll get another chance. They set the pick. 6 to shoot. To the middle. Here's Philemon. That one falls, coming off Burke's feet. Burke's got 3 assists now in this one.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Robinson a screen on Douglas. There's a screen by Robinson. Looking to end the drought. And it's Cook missing. Detroit's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. Outside, White. Releases. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. And as we conclude the 3rd quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Pistons ahead, running away with this one. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Welcome back as we get ready to start the 4th quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. On the floor for Boston. There's the dish to Cook. Banked in off the glass. Cook's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Celtics. The pass to Simpson. To the inside. He dishes it to Burke. Beyond the arc. The shot no good.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
There's a good screen. Here is Cook.
Shot from 12. No luck. Out left to the wing. Now here's Burke. Defense is right there. Pass to Simpson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Burke. And he knocks down the jumper.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
I got to find something, you're right. And that one's good. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. They set the pick. Passes to Simpson. He feeds it to Burke. Here's the three. Can't get it to go. Now the Celtics take it the other way. Here's Kane. Dishes it to Cook. There's the three. No luck.
Oh, that's got to be deflating and disappointing to miss a wide open shot like that right in your wheelhouse.
Burke, the pass to Simpson. Feeds to Burke. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Here's Gary, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Shooting for Detroit, Gary. Taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. This is what they need to do in the second half to come out with the win. It's not the only thing, but when you convert free throws at the other end, you put a lot of pressure on the opponent to play solid defense against you.
And he makes both free throws. Detroit calls timeout.
Celtics making a switch here.
Moreland's checked in. Detroit's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. To the middle. There's a screen. From the baseline. And he gets it back. 4 on the clock. Here's Burke. Detroit, no good that time either.
Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for him.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Here's Kane. Burke covering. From 10 feet out, misses off the right iron.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Picked his pocket. Here's Penbay. Detroit with the rebound.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
They grabbed their own miss. It gets stolen by Lowry. Here is Cook. Here's Penbay. Misses the three. And, well, Detroit shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Five on the clock. Here's Taft. Misses off the left iron.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
Here's Kane. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
So it's Detroit now. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Burke. Count that one. Burke's got 4 this quarter. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Here's Kane. Burke covering. Kane, that's good. Pistons leading by 23. Burke with it. And he gets it to go.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Here's Kane. Burke covering. With some art, Kane, that's good. Kane's got 20 points.
That is an elegant move to drop in the floater there, guys.
There's the pass to Simpson. Stolen. Pass to Kane. Cannot hit. And it's Detroit the other way.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
And it's been the difference. That's what's enabled them to build such a big lead, no doubt about it.
Inside. And he banks in the layup.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
He kicks it to Cook. Kane, the pass to Moreland. Now the feed to Cook. The Celtics working the ball around now. Shot clock at 5. There's the screen. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J. Cook's got 4 this quarter.
He's fortunate that shot found the bottom of the bucket. It wasn't the highest quality look.
Pass to Simpson. Here's Burke, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Here's Kane. Here's Penbay. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. 1:33 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Taft. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Man, if ever there were a way to kick off the NBA Conference Finals, this is it. Gonna be a table-setting victory here in Game 1 for the Pistons.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capabilities.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
Shooting for Detroit, Penman at the line for 2.
No good on that one. And the Pistons making a change here. White's checked in. And he sinks the second.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Kicks to Burke. Passes it to Simpson. Lets the three fly. Can't get it to go. And it's Boston the other way. And stolen by White. 35 seconds left to play here in the fourth. The pass to Simpson. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. First one falls for him. Both good from the line that time. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Coleman, the pass to Robinson. And that one's good.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And here is Burke. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game two.
And so this one is in the books. We hope you've enjoyed being with us for the Eastern Conference Finals. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. And coming up next, the postgame show with Ernie Johnson, Shaq, and Kenny the Jet.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's move on to our Jordan Player of the Game.
Starting out the series, this is a huge win to go up 1-0. He gave them the energy and effort they needed. Huge performance. And what a time to do it. If he can keep up this effort, Ernie, boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Anytime you deliver that sort of production we saw from him tonight, you're going to put your team in position to win. He gave them points in bunches, and when they needed them. It's not always about how much you get, but when you get those points up on the board.
And that's a wrap. For Shaq, Kenny the Jet, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you for more of the NBA Conference Finals as the series continues. Good night, everybody.